Well guys, we're having ourselves a setback here. This is what the setback is and that is, first of all, I accidentally installed this thing upside down, or reversed, because the hinge was reversed. Should have known better. So I'm gonna have to take these bolts back off, that one and that one that I had such a hard time getting them in there in the first place, but I'll have to toy with that. But because it's reversed, the hinge that I welded is on this side when it should be on that side, and so it's kind of causing a little bit of a bind up here, and it's not able to rotate as well as it should, and that could be a failure on my part of its design, but I really don't know if I'm going to have a problem with that binding up on this edge to this and its rotation here until I get the thing flipped around and to see if I have adequate clearance when I get this thing, rotated and flipped around, because it'll sit higher. And then I'll be able to see if I have the clearance between these rails and this one, with the dip of the sun in its position. So I really don't know until we flip it around. Once I flip it around, I'll be able to tell. And if that's the case, I'm gonna have to redesign this hinging system to where I can gain that clearance that I need to be able to make that full rotation from the horizon with the hinge without it getting bound up in here. So anyways, let me get this thing turned around and see what becomes of it. So guys, I flipped it around and we did get some more distance, but still not enough. So the problem is the hinge is towards the center, hinging in the center of the beam instead of on the outer side of the beam. So this rail where it runs over is in the center of this beam when it should be hinging from over here, allowing it to lay completely flat. That's the problem that we're having here. So also there was another issue, and that is after reading the instructions for these actuators, the actuators say that that you can't twist this left to right very much. The tolerances aren't very much because it messes up the gears or something inside, which means that I also have to weld together a way where this actuators will be just pressing very evenly when it tips it without any sort of twisting into the into these joints here. So that means that I have to take it back to the drawing board, and I'm going to take this down. The frame is good, but the hinge is not going to work, so I'm going to have to take that apart, pull it back off the pole, and cut this off, and then re-weld a different system in there with given those things in mind, keeping those things in mind. So anyways, I'll keep you posted, and thanks for checking out my channel.